Well, this is it, everybody. We finally have confirmation of Halloween Lucia. She looks amazing. I think I'm going to pull her just based on looks, but of course, Lucia is going to be awesome. Her actual unit is going to be really good, so definitely think I'm going to be pulling on her. So, in terms of what she'll actually have, she'll have a brand new job, Grimoire Keeper. I hope I'm saying the word Grimoire correctly because I have no idea how to actually pronounce that. Black Mage and Thief. So kind of a weird combination, but from what we saw in the video, it seems like she's gonna have some like defensive capabilities. She's gonna have a shield similar to what Varouche and Raychez have, except it's gonna be on the physical side. So that's gonna be very interesting. And she's also gonna have a high accuracy attack. I think that's her limit burst, and she's gonna have guaranteed hit attack. So she's sounding like she's going to be pretty good, so I'm definitely looking forward to her. She's also cost 70, so just kind of like Little Leela, Halloween Little Leela. You're going to be able to slot her in with your other UR units, and you're going to have a slightly reduced cost. So for that content that's like that 230 cost, you're going to be able to bring 3 UR, so keep that in mind. Yeah, guys, I think I'm just definitely gonna pull her, so look out for me to pull her pretty soon as she comes out. So I'll be seeing you guys in that video. All right, next up is the card. So this card actually looks like it's gonna be pretty good for Lucia. It's gonna raise her magic and magic attack up. So staff, if you have a staff, it's gonna give you all this other stuff at the top. So Man Eater upon magic attack. So basically magic attack up, and Man Eater is gonna give you all this stuff. Gonna make your Lucia way stronger. So another thing on this card is at the bottom we actually have a vision ability. So that's gonna be for anyone who can equip a staff. Not anyone who can equip the card, because anyone can equip the card, but anyone who has a staff. So basically it's going to be like your triple trick or any card like that, where it gives a little bit of an edge to those units that have certain requirements. Okay, so next up we're getting 2 new units. One is an MR and one is a UR. This was scheduled in to come anyway. This is not necessarily part of Halloween, but it's great to have 2 new units, of course. So the first one is Ravelka. She's going to be a free unit. You basically just have to do her missions and earn her. She does seem pretty interesting for an MR unit. She looks like she's going to be pretty similar to Garvel. Her first 2 jobs are going to be the same as Garvel. Garvel's 3rd job would be Red Mage, and she's going to have White Mage. So Garvel does have the ability to heal, and Garvel does have jamming thrust, so Garvel is actually pretty versatile in terms of what he has. But Ravelka here, she's gonna have White Mage, and I think the one difference between her and Garvel is gonna be she has Kiraga, so she's gonna be able to do big heals. And they said she had a raise, but they didn't say she had full life, which makes sense because usually it's either full life or Kiraga, especially if it's on a sub job. So I'm interested to see how good she's going to be. She's a fire type, so definitely good for me. Okay, and next up is Chunak. He's got Duelist, Nightblade, and Thief. So what it seems for him, it seems like he's going to be more of a debuffer. Definitely going to be good for PvE. I think Water actually already has a lot of good PvE units. I'm thinking of like Titus, Christmas, Ramada, even Raychez. So he's going to be another one to add to that. And if you don't have like Titus, or if you missed someone along the way, I think he's going to be pretty good for that, because he's going to lower both unit resistance and defense. So I think that's going to be really good on him. I believe they also said he's going to have high evasion. So in terms of that, he seems like he's going to be a pretty good support unit and PvE unit. I think he's going to be pretty good. I guess he's going to have his own banner, which is going to probably be separate from Lucia, because he wasn't on her banner. I guess he was on his own individual banner in the JP version, so I'm guessing he's going to be a separate banner. So of course, I think we're going to be able to pull him in the future. He's just going to be a standard pool. But obviously, if you're a water account and if you are very interested in guild raid, I think he's going to be pretty good for you. Okay, next up is probably the update that we've all been waiting for. Finally, like, I think this is actually really good. It would have been nice to have starting this week, but in terms of Trials of Reckoning, in terms of farming equipment, in terms of everything, I think this is going to be an amazing update, provided that it actually works, because when that background download thing came out, didn't exactly work right away for me, but I can confirm that it is working for me. So what this is going to do is I guess it's going to let you run the game in the background while you can do whatever else you need to do on your phone. So it's not going to tie up your phone anymore. Hopefully, like, I think that's definitely going to be good in terms of not making your phone overheat and run slowly and all that nonsense. But I think also, hopefully, it helps in terms of battery life. And I think it's still going to be running in the background. I'm not entirely sure. Again, they were not super detailed about it, but it sounds like it's going to be running in the background, or at least your game is going to be on. So I'm not entirely sure how that works. They do have stuff about time here, so it might just be a timer that they set on maybe on the server side. As long as the game is open in your background, it'll probably work. Again, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that it saves battery life, because that would be amazing for me to just be running at work and getting my stuff while I'm not being judged by being on my phone. Okay, so next up is the sword. This is for Chunak. It's for a lot of different jobs, but it's for Chunak specifically. Justin mentioned a few jobs. So he mentioned that there would be job-specific abilities. I think it's going to be for those jobs that he mentioned. It seems like it's a handful of jobs on the JP version of it, but then a lot more jobs can equip it. So I think those jobs he mentioned were the ones that get the extra, usually it's an elemental party ability, but now it's going to be a sword user party ability for those specific jobs. So it sounds like it's going to be good. It's going to have all elemental attack up. It's going to have AP acquisition up. And what I think is going to be a pretty good one is the reaction rate blocking down. So it's going to lower the reaction rate. So this is going to be good against your reflexers and Yuna and like anyone who has a crazy high chance of getting a reaction ability exactly when you don't want them to. So I think that's going to be a pretty good weapon to use. Next up is going to be the healing mace or healing rod. I forget what it's called. It's going to be the +6. So that's going to give you basically even more magic and more healing power. So I kind of like to use this because it's a way to give heals to a unit that doesn't necessarily have heals, that can equip mace. And those units usually have high magic, so considering this is going to give you even more magic and even more healing power, I think it's going to be pretty good. And also considering that the platinum mace is kind of annoying to max the stats, maybe they'll fix that with the +6. Did that +6 already come out? I'm not entirely sure actually. Okay, and next up is the flame tongue. Justin mentioned slash attack, fire attack, and I think it already had the numbers he mentioned, so it looks like it's only going to get accuracy, which is pretty good because it's seeming like fire is getting a lot of support in terms of accuracy. And I'm thinking of Delita, who has, I think it's on his master ability that he has accuracy. It's either on his master ability or on his acquired AP up ability. But in terms of Delita, he's going to have a lot of accuracy. We have the Delita card, Blades of Grass, and we have the Encounter of Heroes card, which gives accuracy for the party, I believe. Even though that's a magic card, you can still sort of work it onto your team, like put it on Terra, for example. Okay, and then it's Fittest Lacerna. What this is going to help with is slash debuff resistance. So slash attack resistance down, it's gonna help prevent that, on top of having slash resistance already. So this armor is actually pretty good. I tend to use it on my clothes units, so I think it's gonna be good to keep using at +6. So then now we also have master ability 2s. And this is seeming pretty interesting. Unit attack resistance +40 when HP is 70% or more. So it's kind of making sure she kind of survives a hit or two in a battle. Actually, it's not going to be like a perfect survival against everything, but I think that really helps to make sure she gets a chance to attack and get in there and do some good. So I think that's going to be a pretty good and interesting one. Little Leela already had the first 3, so she's going to get magic +20 and spirit piercing rate +20. So she's basically going to be doing more damage and more heals. Little Leela, guys, that's basically her. And remember, guys, she's cost 70, so she's a force to be reckoned with. Let me take a pause here and again mention that we might actually get good banners this time around for the Halloween units. So I might actually end up trying to get this Little Leela and maybe Rairu. Frederica I'm not really super excited about, but those two I am. And last but not least is Rairu. He's, again, his interesting one at the bottom is AP consumption -20 when HP is 70% or less. He has his re-raise TMR, he has guts, so I think he'll have no problem being in that range and sort of taking advantage of that. Now we do have a couple of units who are removing, a couple of new units that are removing re-raise and guts, so you might want to watch out for those. But I think it's going to make him a little bit more, give him a little bit more bang for his buck, that he's going to be able to basically keep his attacks up and keep attacking at a higher strength than what he was before. All right, and sort of the last thing here is this fan meetup. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna work because they're still talking about COVID and stuff like that. So I don't think they necessarily said that this was in person. So I think I do want to sign up for this and see, because that Chocobo towel would be amazing to have in the collection. So I think I'm gonna try to sign up for this. Now I'm not sure if I'm gonna be eligible, but I do have an address back in the US, so hopefully I could still take advantage of that. All right, you guys, so thank you guys for watching, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next video, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Take care.